in the grand scheme of things, I'm good. Like, I can't complain. Like right now in this moment, like honest. I mean, you know everything, but you know, I'm Theon's hurting a little bit. You know, just relationships. You know, they are hard. They can be hard. You know, and just sort of navigating, you know, two adult individuals who have had their separate lives for so long, and trying to make it work together. You're going to hit roadblocks. You know, you're going to hit, you know, little stuff along the way. Speed bumps, you know. But yeah.
I think it goes back to what we was talking about. Like the thing we had, I feel like this episode is you get what you put in.
Yeah.
And in that, I think that you can want it for somebody, but you can't want it more than they want it for themselves.
Yeah.
And you got to see the potential in yourself and be able to leverage that versus what that person sees for themselves. And sometimes it's best for you to go on your journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got to go on their journey. And maybe somewhere along the way y'all might reconnect. But if it's not, you know, it is what it is, you know? And it's all about perspective, you know? You got to have a good look at the situation. See, I did
you
that.
know, and it's hard sometimes to do that when you're in it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do need to take space to be able to step back and then be like, okay, you know, where am I in all of this? Where is she in all of this? And where are we, you know, actually at? Because I'm operating under the assumption that we're here, you know, but we might actually be here.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. It's hard. It's hard because you feel like you're giving so much and you want to receive that back, and you are getting some of it back, but maybe not as much as you're putting in. And after a while, it starts to take a toll.
I think that it's important to understand what you play, what's your role you play in the position that that position you occupy in your relationships with yourself and with the person you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I came out here, I was leaving a relationship. I left a relationship to come out here, and it's something that ate me up in the moment because I made the decision kind of spur the moment, but I had months to really think about it and think about it and think about it and think about it. And I had every opportunity to try to piece it up with the girl I was with at the time, and I just didn't. Because I was like, I got to try to, because at the same time, I know every time I wanted to move out here, I always was in a relationship, and I didn't want to have somebody I'm with uproot their life to follow, when I'm trying to follow my dreams.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like to have that, to put that on, that pressure on somebody, like, yo, you really like me, you want to be with me, come out here, move with me across the country. That's insane, you know? And at the time, the girl I was with, she already had moved across the country low-key to even be in a relationship with me to begin with, and then she from another country, you know what I'm saying? But she's still black, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't in the snow, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that was an attack.
But you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just something, it was just something I had to do. I knew I had to pursue it. I knew I had to get out here and see if I could, if I really was who I said I was.
Yeah.
And if I could do what I said I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But that also made me make that decision, like, yo, dog, I got to make this decision for myself. I can't let my relationship dictate my trajectory.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and I call it like you playing pivot, like you pivoting.
Yeah.
It's not like you really moving or you progressing, but it's like you just pivot. You feel like you're growing because you are moving, but you're only going in a circle.
Yeah.
And it's hard to feel like you're not moving it because you are moving, but you're not progressing.
Sure.
You know, and you can't put that on somebody else. Like it wasn't no I fought by my own, because I know if the women that I was with, if I had asked them to move across the country with them because of who I am, they would have done it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also was just unsure of myself. And that doubt I would put on them.
Onto them.
Yeah. And that's something I had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with the girl I was with before I moved out here. And we had like a little heart to heart, and we talked about it. Like I was telling her, I was like, I was mad stressed out and I didn't even know. And it's because my work life had bled into my personal life.
Yeah.
And I thought it wasn't affecting me.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah.
And it was affecting me in ways I would have never really imagined, you know? And I get more to that, I guess, as we progress.
Yeah. There's a lot to
unpack
with this, for sure. A lot more that I want to say. But it's kind of hard sometimes when you're in the
fresh
thick of
in
it.
Yeah, fresh in it. It's different. You need some perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Get a good look at
Exactly.
the situation.
Okay.
you would expect that every show. Puns. I love them.